Hello everyone. So in this video we'll be saying how to create an automation wherein we'll be calculating the zodiac sign of these people based on their date and month and get the particular zodiac sign to be filled out in this column. And for this automation we'll be using this website that we have over here. So without further ado, let's get started with the process. A fresh design space has been created. And the first step would be to use the use application / browser activity. Let's indicate the website that is to be used. Okay, with that being done, our second step would be getting the Excel file into the scene. So we'll use the use Excel activity over here. Drop it inside the browser activity. And we'll be indicating the file that we'll be using, and our file's name is Zodiac data, which is there in our project file. So let's open that and let's just observe our Excel file for a moment. We'll be carrying out this process 12 times. Since we're using repetitive process, that is multiple iterations, we'll be using the for each activities. There are various for each activities that are there. That is the simple for each email, in folder, for each Excel sheet, for each row in data table, for each folder in folder, etc. And in this case, we'll be using the for each Excel row activity. So let's take that for each current row in range, which will be sheet 1 in this case. So let's indicate that. If you've observed our Excel file has headers, namely name, date, month, and the zodiac sign. Since we have headers, let's just let our workflow know that we have headers. After we've done dealing with our Excel file, our next step would be to let the automation know what it is supposed to select. In this case, we have month that is to be selected in the option menu and the date of birth. And the next step would be to click this submit button, and we'll be getting our zodiac sign in this text box. Get this text box and fill it out in the zodiac sign column that we have here. So to select items in the option menu, we'll be using this resource called the select item activity that we'll be using here. So let's drop it inside the for each Excel row activity. Let's indicate which menu is to be selected. So selected, a target has been created. An anchor would be created manually by us. In this case, we'll use the submit button as our anchor. Let's give confirm. Yes, so we've created the target and the anchor required. Let's denote what is to be used in our option menu. In this case, we'll be using the month row that we have from our Excel file. Let's use the select item activity again for the date. So take it and drop it after activity, indicate in our Chrome page. Yes, with that being done, so with this we are done creating we've done creating all the select item activities. We're just left to indicate the row that would be used. In this case it would be date, and we just have a couple of steps that are remaining. So we'll use the click activity for the submit button in the website. Let's indicate in our Chrome page. Yes. Okay. With this, we are done with one half of the automation, wherein we will be typing, wherein the automation will be selecting the required date and month based on the Excel file that we have given as input for this automation, and we'll get the output as the zodiac sign, which will be there in the text box. For that, we'll be using the get text activity. Let's drop it here. Let's indicate in Chrome. In this case, it would be yes. This text box that we will be requiring. So let's indicate that and give confirm. With that, only one part is okay. We're supposed to create a value that we'll be using for a later purpose. Let's just name it. Make sure you don't use any space while you're creating a value that we'll be using for later. We can call it as variable in this case. So created Zodiac sign as a variable name and we'll give OK. And the final step in this workflow would be to get the Zodiac sign that we get in this text box. I'll show you here. We'll get the Zodiac sign that we get in this text box to be entered in this column in our Excel file. For this, we'll be using the right cell activity. So let's search it quickly. Right cell. Yes, perfect. Drop it after the get text activity. Okay, what to write? What to write would be the variable that we created in the previous step. Use save value and it is Zodiac sign. And where are we supposed to enter this variable? For that, we go to current row and Zodiac sign. Let's just give auto incremental and we'll go through the workflow once. So the first step would be to use the browser/application activity to indicate the website that we'll be using. In this case, it would be this website that we have here. And the second step would be to use the Excel file activity to denote the Excel file that we'll be using, which is Zodiac data, which is there in our project folder. Since we are going to be having multiple iterations, we'll be using the for each activities. In this case, it would be for each Excel row. And the next step would be to use the select item activities to select month, date, and use the click activity to submit the data. The get text activity would be used to get the Zodiac sum that is calculated by the website. And finally, with the right cell activity, we will get the Zodiac sign written in our cell in the desired column. Let's quickly give Control S to save our workflow and run this automation. As you can see, the automation is automatically able to select the date, month, and give a submit button to get the required Zodiac sign for us. Once the automation is done running, we go back and check our Excel file, and we should have all the Zodiac names written in the folder column, hopefully. So let's leave the process field, and we should Excel file name. As you can see, our automation has successfully completed the task. Let's go check our Excel file to see if the Zodiac signs were actually entered. And as you can see, our automation managed to successfully get the Zodiac signs and enter it into the right column, that is the Zodiac sign column that we have over here. And with that, we're done successfully creating the workflow, and I'll be signing off.